Turkey gives bad advice. Or good advice. I don't know this.
Good job, Courtney. Yes, Courtney.
Hey everybody.
Hey everybody.
First, real quick, how about a round of applause for all our volunteers and everybody. Thank you so much. Go for it, Joe.
Okay, so we did this a few years ago, and
No, I'm good.
we did this a few years ago, and I very much enjoyed it. So we're doing it again. We'd like to answer some of your questions, some of your life questions, relationship, work advice. We are two distinguished gentlemen, and some more than others. And so what we need is let's get some
Can
questions.
we bring the lights up just a touch? Perfect. Thank you so much. I see someone down here. Let me go out here.
Okay.
Joe, what's your scent? What's that perfume you're wearing?
What?
Got it. Okay. Hi, what's your name?
Hi,
What's your name?
Genevieve.
Genevieve has a question, Joe. All right, go ahead.
For both of us.
Yeah, this is for.
Yeah.
This is.
It is? Okay, great.
Yeah, for both of you. So how do we all become more successful in our improv comedy careers?
Yeah, let me take this one. You got anything?
Not yet.
So that's exactly how you do it. You take the spotlight, you commit, and you take classes at WIT and there's some other theaters too. Go to different theaters, see a bunch of different shows and reps, and find those people you love playing with. Yeah. Joe, you got anything? Okay. Okay. Oh, you got something, Joe?
We can move on now.
Nothing?
No.
Come on. What's your advice, Genevieve? Asked a good question.
Fucking just get a go.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I see somebody back here. Let me go. Hi, what's your name?
Hi, my name's John.
Hi, John. Hey, John's got a question.
I know.
How do you handle imposter syndrome?
Oh.
You got this one. Joe, you take this one, baby.
Okay, so I don't have imposter syndrome. Let me start fucking there, okay? What you do, and this is real advice, is that you are not an imposter, you are the brilliant con man. Okay? It is not that that other people think that, you know, you're better than you are and oh, you're faking him out. What you are is actually the person who has convinced everyone else that you are good at your job, and that is a fucking brilliant thing to be. Because that puts the onus on you, and it says, I am smart enough, I can be here and do this, because look, I fooled all this other people. So it's taking the same exact thing and putting yourself in a positive light rather than a negative light.
Thanks, Joe. Another thing you can do is improv. Because doing improv, it frees open your medial prefrontal cortex. And that's your creativity space in your brain. Because your dorsal prefrontal cortex, that gets all jacked up, right? That's where all your kind of like, how am I looking, that nervous energy pops up. So stick with me on this one. You want to do some improv because that's going to free your mind. How many improvisers we got here today? Holy shit.
Is this just what you do? You pander to everybody?
What's that? What are you talking about?
Let's give it up for the volunteers! Do you have any improvisers?
Give me the legal ask a question. Anybody else? Do we have any other questions? I see someone down here. Hi.
Coming your way. Jesus Christ in the flesh.
Oh, yes.
You just call me Jesus.
Weren't you in Jesus Christ in the
Yes, you were
scene earlier
sexy
tonight?
Jesus. You were sexy
Okay,
Jesus.
sorry.
In the
That-
karaoke Jesus.
Yeah, so sorry. You're not that now, but I love that. I thought you did that really well. What's your name?
Daniel.
Daniel's got a question. Daniel, everybody. Daniel?
So my manager won't manage me, and when I asked HR what to do, they said manage up. How do you manage up?
Good question. Manage up.
Chris, you haven't had a job in a few years.
Right? Well, like, you know, you can't be afraid to go out on your own, Joe.
Right.
Right? you know. What do you do again? Never mind. There's a site out. It's called Admired Leadership. Randall Stutman came across him on Ryan Holiday's podcast. Brilliant. Okay, right? He's a master at it, and there's a number of different modules in the stuff.
Good advice.
What?
Wait, I have to take a class?
What? But he
We're
asked to
giving
manage up.
actual advice at this point.
Yeah. Sure.
Should like one of us be giving bad advice?
Why do you always have to comment on the show? So don't comment to him. Just and provide ideas and move stuff forward. Okay? All right, great. All right, thanks for coming, everybody. How we doing on time? Good. We got another 20 minutes. Great. How we doing? All right. Hey, I got somebody over here. Love that shirt.
Thank you.
What's your name?
Bailey.
Bailey's got a question, Joe.
You're not allowed to feed the ducks anymore, so how do I deal with the emotional burden of letting ducks starve?
What the fuck? I need some more details. Where are you not allowed to feed ducks?
Hold on 1 second. I'm coming back. It's a hard duck life.
At the local watering hole.
That's a made-up thing.
No, a local water hole is a bar.
Feed them bread. You can't feed them bread.
You can do whatever the fuck you want to do. It's just, are you willing to pay a $50 fine, or are you willing to let ducks die? You decide.
Is that all you do is beat up our guests?
Yes.
I like it.
People like it when I'm rough on them.
No, they don't.
Yeah. I see a gentleman back here. Okay, let me go over here. Hi, what's your name?
Hey, I'm Jeff with a G.
Hey, Jeff with a G. Recently married, Jeff with a G. That's how you pander, Joe.
My sister-in-law has disappeared. I met several teams this question. She's alive, like she's responding to texts, and she will speak on Zooms, but off camera. And we haven't seen her in 4 years. We haven't physically seen like that she exists in 4 years.
Thanks for coming out, everybody. Have a great night. Joe, do you know anybody in the that works that could handle this? Anybody like?
We'll have a conversation later. Let's get somebody else.
Okay, great. Down here has been. Yeah, hi. Take your time.
How do I?
What's your name?
Heather Marie.
Heather Marie, what's your question?
How do I tell the guy in my book club that he needs to pick better books, less about boats and less Russians?
Joe, are you in that book club?
You know what? I don't really. This is not as fun as it was in past years.
Yeah.
So.
Well, anybody else with a question? Wait.
That was Jive Turkey gives bad advice or good advice. I don't know. We'll see. Please welcome Childish Things.
Fist champions. At this experimental festival of improv, we're changing things up. During our fist run, we came out and asked for a suggestion of a childhood toy. Tonight, we're going to ask you to tell us a toy you purchased for yourself as an adult.
Like expensive board game with like weighs like 20 pounds and it has a million pieces of plastic. And yeah.
What board game? Let's get technical.
Let's go with Kingdom Death Monster. Yeah, which is this like weird body horror game. You can't show people because it's just covered in dicks.
So you bought this for yourself?
Yeah.
Are you supposed to play it with more people?
Yeah. I have like 3 people that I can play it with. But like anyone who doesn't play board games is like, why do you own this?
Do you have roommates or partners who have seen you play this? Who are
I
not
have
part of
friends who I play with, but I live alone with my dog.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you able to play it with friends who didn't know about the game, or did you
No.
specifically want to play Kingdom?
Yeah, they had to know that this is like a fun, weird game, and that like with a really cool like hardcover rule book, and then they saw the dicks and they're like, all right, I guess.
Do you socialize with them in any other capacity besides playing this game? Okay.
Yeah.
That's great. You good? Yeah. All right. Thank you very much.
We're gonna need support for the box.
Yeah. The boxes, don't you?
Yeah, let's go.
It's a game box. We bring it.
Not by yourself. Jesus Christ.
Keep your knees ready. 3, 2, 1.
Oh, that's the game.
Yeah.
I thought that was like one of those decorative chests that you like fill with shit. Like
This is
Halloween decorations.
the deluxe Kickstarter version. They called it the Your Father's Coffin set. It's pretty radical. Don't ask me how much it costs.
I don't think I want to know.
$3,000.
Okay. All right. So this will be just like a 2-hour thing. Like,
I mean,
because
to finish opening
The
it. Yeah.
teach is about 2 hours. Opening is about 2 hours. So 4 hours, we're gonna be ready to go.
because I was hoping we were gonna go to Cracker Barrel. I was like,
We'll get takeout.
Yeah.
Just coffin, stroke the dicks from largest to smallest. Supplementary rule book. I'll be right back.
While you handle that, I actually have to go get our big bag of dick tokens.
okay. I don't do these games very often,
Right.
so I'm.
I know it. I've opened this box a lot. Never played it yet. But.
John, you're gonna
Get there, okay? And here's the catch.
Oh my god!
All the technology is in the box. Just a shit ton of cardboard in there.
That's it. No batteries, no nothing.
Nothing. It's like a Swiss watch, but it's like a coffin full of dicks.
There's something about the fingers that you were, the finger.
Yeah.
I just don't know that I.
It has to pertain to the different races and clans in the game. You'll understand.
Okay. All right. So what? We're building my dad's coffin, or we're
Well,
building
no,
a casket?
you have to determine who your dad was before he died. And what your relationship to him was. That's kind of like step 1.
Okay.
So, like, what's your relationship to your father?
Good.
How big is his penis? Because what you want to do is pick the player mat that has the side that you think is closest.
All right. Well, okay. So I've accidentally seen it.
Well, there's 24 different mats, so I'm sure you'll find a close match. I swear, the first time I found my player mat, I thought they had met my dad.
I mean, it's not just.
Yeah. It made me think, because everyone I've played this with has said, wow, it looks just like my dad's. I wonder if it was just 24 dick types.
Yeah, that's it. They just.
Yeah. They found each one, yeah. They did a lot of research for this game.
I mean, I knew it was intensive,
Yeah.
but like.
It's all fictional, so the historical research really went into penises.
24 types. Okay, let's see if we can figure, okay, where do I go to find like the booklet of the types of dicks?
Ah, now you're in the first phase of the game.
Okay.
Navigating the box.
Okay.
So everything that you touch becomes a permanent part of your player map. And the player maps are at the bottom.
Okay, so I have to get, do I have to climb into the box at some point? Because this is huge and I'm not quite sure.
You'll know when you're able to do that, if you are. Not everyone is when they're playing.
It's limited.
Yes.
Okay. So so I just have to, should I just reach in to? No.
Who opened the coffer?
You did.
Yes. So it is my turn.
Okay.
Now it's your turn. Just follow the pattern I did earlier and you'll be fine. And by the way, the lick, not necessary, just a little flourish I have it. Touch that button.
Okay, so the game is to open the box first and
No, that's how you start your turn.
you start your
It
turn.
has nothing to do with the game.
Nothing. Okay, so I saw you do this. And then I've touched a penis before.
I'm sure you have, but you've never played Kingdom Death Monster before. Henry, you want to step in and
Yeah, okay, all right.
Yeah, okay.
I mean,
Jesus.
No, it's, look, I'm, a little bit too much finger. I don't know.
I think what you maybe are confused about, this game is not sexual whatsoever.
it's based on a hard research.
So I feel mine process inward when I play, okay? It's the antithesis of sexuality.
So
No.
no feelings of totally, okay.
It's a feeling beyond flaccid for me, honestly.
No, I'm completely flaccid over here. But the important thing is you've got to reach into the dice pouch. You've got to get in underneath the components. And now I can feel there's 8 daddy dice in the dad bag.
So you did something different, which is that you felt for the dice.
Right, so you can optionally,
So
you can choose to open the box, but that's a choice. You have a limited number of choices in the game
Okay.
before you're out of choices.
And remember, we haven't gotten to the teach yet, okay? This is all pre-game, phase 1,
Yeah.
alright?
So no one's even had a turn.
So you can try to get to your player map, or you can guess the number of dice.
Okay. Is there any way for me to get creative with it?
What
for
I like
example,
to imagine, what helps me with the dicks,
Yeah.
or with the pouch, is don't think of it sexually, as I said. Think of it like you have a gun to your head and you've been asked to touch your fathers. How would you do it? You wouldn't be awful about it. You would be tender in a way, but you wouldn't be sexual. You definitely wouldn't be erotic, right?
No.
Remember, switch, okay? 2 fingers shows you're not scared of it, okay? 1 finger would show, I barely want to do this. 2.
Okay. Now what if I were to just, kind of.
Oh, God!
No. Sorry,
That costs $3,000!
I thought like.
They don't make that edition anymore.
Okay, I'm so sorry, game.
The entire rule book is in German because that's the only edition you can find.
When I invited you over for game night, you said you were ready.
Okay, I'm ready. I am dry as a bone down here. Never been drier.
Could she Venmo you the $1,000?
I was going to ask for it at the end of the game, but if we want to do the finances now, yes, I would require a $1,000 deposit from each of you.
Well, I already set you up beforehand, but
I'm just saying it for
she's
Jenny's sake,
destroying the game.
Okay.
That was Childish Things. Please welcome WITMZ.
Wednesday at 7:30, and we have been watching every single thing that has happened on this stage. And also some things that happened back there, because you can hear it. Like when you're in the audience, you can hear it. So what I need from you guys, is some gossip. I want something juicy. I want you to tell me. Let's start with Wednesday. Who saw something scandalous? Because I want to hear about a few of these. Okay, so no one was at Wednesday.
Can we talk about that? Yeah, because I thought the format for that was supposed to be everyone was to come out seriously, which that's Wednesday.
He's talking about Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Oh, let's talk about it.
Yeah, I actually remember that being a really successful show.
Yeah, it was.
No.
The key player in there, Jordana, had to go on stage and she had to present in front of everyone, and she couldn't keep a.
But when has Jordana
No,
ever
that
had
was-
a straight face?
I thought that was the bit.
That
was
was
that
the
Jordana
show.
wasn't gonna succeed.
No, actually, I heard that a bug flew in her mouth.
This time or all the time?
This time. Just during Wednesdays. That's why we actually exited the stage. I'm sorry, and came back.
And Kelsey, was there a bug in your mouth when you left?
I think so.
Yep.
That actually, Wednesday brings up an interesting point because it seems like this WIT season was the season of shows about TV shows that I personally have not watched.
You've never seen The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
Wow.
I've seen that, haven't seen The Bear, haven't seen Yellow Jackets,
Oh my God.
haven't,
Okay, The
haven't
Bear's
seen
really
Mr.
good.
Rogers.
Mr. Rogers? Why did they put you in that show?
No, okay, so let's talk about it. Why was I in that show? Let's unload.
You're queer.
Yeah. There's only one requirement.
Right. Yeah, Kelsey?
I just like have kind of a theory, and there's like a lot of TV shows, and I wonder if it's like pandemic. We watch a lot of TV, we hang at home, and that's like what's inspiring us right now.
Yeah, they're like also our friends now.
Yeah, it's
That's
like
really
fan
close.
fiction starring your friend.
And it's easy, I feel like, to like promote and do it, like improvise something, you know, like improvise Seinfeld, which not the show, but created in Palooza. So it's just like easy if you read it in your program. There's no description in your program, but if you see improvise the bear, you're like, okay, there's that show.
Spoken by an expert marketer trying to
I'm not.
So you're saying they took a shortcut?
What?
You're saying they took a shortcut by choosing a TV show?
I don't think it's a shortcut. I think it's clever, and sometimes I think like sometimes improvisers we like overcomplicate things, like putting in too much thought.
I didn't know if we could start talking about another one, but Shortcut actually made me think of another juicy story. During Thursday, there was a show called Rad Company, which was delightful.
Yeah.
We love Rad Company!
Absolutely, they were rock
She
stars.
played in that show.
I know, like a celebrity. But one of the guitarists only knew the chords to like one song.
And I don't want to get into libel territory, but you know, I heard that maybe it's because there's been some things going on with the band behind the scenes. Does anyone know about this?
Yes.
Yes.
Why don't you guess?
Yeah, why don't you
Well,
tell
I'm in
us?
the band and I play that chord a bunch of times.
Okay.
But yeah,
We're
there's
not
some.
pointing fingers here.
We're not gonna point any fingers, but yeah, you know, like any band, sometimes there are tensions.
So is
that
this the
happen.
same thing that happened with the Tumbleweed Band? I saw that you were the only member from the Tumbleweed Band to be in the Tumbleweed show last night.
That was rough. We left a voice message to Katie
do have
at
the
night.
voice message.
There shouldn't be there.
Why weren't you in the show?
Might have been a communication issue. I don't know whose it would have been, but not mine.
Wait, there was that guy who played the last night of Tumbleweed. Who was that? The one that came at the last minute?
Clearly very memorable.
Richie Ken?
Yeah, what was he?
I don't know.
He was in the Brown Company show.
No.
Not the Tumbleweed show.
Speaking of musicals, you were at the Who Done It show. You're really telling me you didn't write the song you improvised? You didn't write it ahead of time?
I was thinking about the chords. I was thinking like, what's a chord that I can play? But
You
not
didn't come up with a rhyme to detective beforehand?
I was thinking about like what word rhyme with detective.
Oh wow.
Okay, so this is breaking news.
Yeah.
couldn't even finish the show in the time we were on.
I know, that was rough. But who has finished your show on time?
Most shows.
Really?
They usually make us.
Yeah.
Not the Eras tour though. The Eras tour show did not finish on time.
Oh, you didn't make it. That was
No, if you want to spend the rest of the time, I can explain the rest of the errands.
We're good. There's been 16 Taylor Swift shows.
Things that inspire us.
Wait, I think that Eric had another story.
No, just a commitment for the Palooza weds. Just like bringing your like wedding outfits. That's a lot of commitment.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. For a 5-minute show, like that's commitment.
You guys did it though.
Okay, everyone
Yes,
said
you
get
weren't
their
there.
dress in the car.
Well, actually, what happened was 2 newlyweds said they were unavailable Wednesday, and then they were there that night. And
Names, Jeff.
They were supposed to be unavailable, but then someone said they had to come for Sabado Picante, so they came for a 10-minute show.
okay.
That was Crystal. That was Crystal.
We had to go.
I think we have a feud.
What I'm hearing is PR relationships. Is no one else hearing this? Because it sounds like
Yes.
what some players at this theater have figured out is that if you are a big name player and you date another big name player, you can get a top tier Wednesday at 11:30 p.m.
Top tier.
Top tier, the golden time slot, the one we all prayed for.
Actually goes every time. Go ahead.
No, I'm just talking. I think that was Palooza Lee Weds originally on the schedule.
No, they were rejected. But then the show dropped out, and there is a waiting list, and they were accepted because they were first on the waiting list, and Darnell had a few shows later on the waiting list, and I'm sorry they didn't make it.
Yeah, they did. But a lot of the improv play for plays were.
Yeah, about 16 play for plays.
How we get some sound coaching in here? Would that be innovative?
Yeah, there was play by play POC edition, sideline parents. There were at least 6 versions.
Joe Mendes was
I think Jenna.
And anytime Joe's in the show.
The Jenna Jordana show also counts for that.
Yes, and
I'm
then
sorry, there was
Jenna
also
was
a male
also
one, so I
commenting.
can't-
Yes.
Although I do want to comment on a show I really did enjoy, which was this was the show that happened on Saturday night, the Joey Nazi show.
Yeah.
I thought that was an excellent
Yeah.
show. That Knox was able to expose their audition process.
I'm working on a story right now for that, based on that. The idea, with the premise, obviously, an existing team bringing on someone who's auditioned multiple times. Do you guys have any nominees for next year's team to do that?
Ooh.
As an individual?
Oh, yeah. I would say Hellcat and Kelsey Peters. I don't know where Kelsey is, but she needs to be on
She tried out 4 times. I do want to say, wait, before we leave Knox though, you guys should be really careful not to schedule your next show on the night of the Beyonce concert unless you have a color problem on the stage.
I mean, that was almost as bad as when Fist was scheduled around the Super Bowl.
I don't think that's comparable.
I mean, the finale was on the day of the Super Bowl, and then you had to change it. But no one is checking the schedule and when. That's what I don't understand.
Let's get back to Knox.
The schedule.
Yeah.
Would you like to comment on that?
Look,
Would you rather talk about Knox?
it is not my fault that the weekend Beyonce came to DC was the same weekend studio was like, this is the only weekend you get, even though you pay us a ton of money.
And you could Beyonce.
I don't know.
Is this a Jeff
I'm
roast?
just imagining a theme
Fine.
show idea.
Look, Knox acknowledges the issues that occur. Moving on.
I have a story about Pantscape. Because allegedly Tim Montgomery and Ryan McCluskey talked in advance about ripping his pants on stage. Yes.